Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders carryon Locke here on the channel. We're going to kick things off immediately in Phoenix Sanctuary here, which has a silent P in front of the S for some reason, because for some reason like they just love their silent P's. Or maybe it is part of the pronunciation of word and it's just pronounced sanctuary, and I'm the one who's saying it wrong. By the way, in the previous episode, we absolutely abused the fuck out of blackouts and invincibility glitches to get through Chunk Mage unscathed, but that, unscathed run is likely going to come to an end in this episode, because today we're going to be playing through chapters 4 and 5 for the second episode of the Trap Team portion of carryon Locke, which means that we're going to end things off with Chef Pepperjack, and going into Chef Pepperjack, you have to be playing as a air Skylander, because that's the current element of the area, or at least that's what will be the element of the area beforehand. So you go into Chef Pepperjack as an air Skylander, and then afterwards, because in the boss fight itself there is no element of the area, so afterwards you can switch out for whatever Skylander you like. You're not locked into which Skylander you can choose, because there is no current element of the area for your Skylander to correspond with, but going into it, it has to be air because of the element of the area that will have been beforehand. Now Tech is stronger here, so we're going to take advantage of our newcomer added to the cast at random, that being Trick Happy, who's in his elite form, because obviously there is no red base version of Trick Happy in this game, so we have to go back to his original, and his original is replaced by the elite, because the elite is the exact same as the original in every conceivable manner, except for the fact that he has triple damage output and triple the health, so it's pretty glorious that indeed. Let's grab that treasure as well, because ironically Trick Happy, despite his love for gold, is not maxed out on his treasure or his gold. But yeah, that's how Chef Pepperjack's going to work. We're most likely going to lose Full Blast Jetpack, but that's okay, because all happens is that Full Blast Jetpack gets reversed to his original form, and so long as his original form, or his miniaturized form, make it into Superchargers, we get to upgrade to Hurricane Jetpack. And so if Full Blast Jetpack did survive, and he made it all the way into Superchargers, then all that would happen is that we would move straight to Hurricane Jetpack, and if Hurricane Jetpack was defeated, well, we'd revert back to the original, so the life in between Full Blast Jetpack would just be lost. It would be this bonus life we have will just be lost in its entirety if we don't take advantage of it now, so we're not going to risk losing a different air Skylander that doesn't have additional lives to lose. So instead, we're going to take that low risk and get high rewarded for it, because Full Blast Jetpack, it's just an extra life at this point. It's an extra life that we can throw away, that we can use to ensure that our other air Skylanders don't risk losing their lives along the way. Okay, cool, let's take out these fools. They had it coming to look at me for no reason. Man, that guy got killed by my ricocheting bullets before my pot of gold could even do anything. Okay, it's time for a Yamato Blast. Then again, why even bother with the Yamato Blast when they still have their eggshells, right? And I'm so glad that my bullets penetrate through these enemies, because it means that I can kill all of them at the same time. Like that. That is going to ricochet straight into another enemy. Elite Trick Happy is stupid. I love this. I love this so much right now. And he's dead too. This is what obliteration looks like, and boy, is it one good looking fella, one good looking chap. So let's have this brought down. Luckily it gets crushed by our immense weight, so Trick Happy is going to accept the legendary treasure here with open arms, because it's going to give us even more treasure to boot. I mean, it is a treasure and a legendary one at that, and Trick Happy loves his treasure. Anyway, there's going to be yet another bounce pad, obviously. As well as blocker birds, double blocker birds, anything with the blocker birds. Like, look at that, even my elite golden coins can't get past them. But man, they look like they needed some of that. In fact, they needed it so much that they started eating it with their mind before they did their mouths. Like, that nut was cracked way before they even got to it. So life is stronger here. Without further ado, let's bring out Sure Shot Shroom Boom with one hell of an epic wow pow.
He spores.
Oh, he spores, alright. He spores real good. Okay, I would charge up my wow pow, but what's the most likely going to happen is that if I charge up my wow pow, in the process I'm going to be exposed and probably lose Shroom Boom's life and have to revert to his original. In fact, what's most likely going to happen at this rate is that because of Chill Bill, I'm going to get a double shot and get defeated that way. Never mind, because Chill Bill is now dead. This is great. I love it when Chill Bill's dead. More dead for Chill Bill, the better. Okay, so now we can grow some vines using the nuts. Very convenient. Now we've got to be very careful of that projectile dude there in distance. But luckily for us, there is a slice of pizza to heal us up for all the damage we just took. Take out the chain first, so ensure that we don't have any additional enemies to have to worry about, because more enemies, the worse off our survival odds will be, obviously. And here we go! That did nothing. Except glitch me out of the stage, apparently. That is a shame. I really want to take advantage of the WoW powers I did, and you guys could see what I mean when I say it's epic. Okay, here we go. Man, I hate how inaccurate Shroom Boom's projectiles can be at times. It's really annoying. But luckily for us, this is what we have the volley shot thingamabobbers for, because they're guaranteed to land. And I did not actually mean to charge with a slingshot there. Oh, fuck me, we took a lot of damage there. I did not mean to charge with a slingshot. What I meant to do was charge, turn all the way around. But by the time I had completed half of my turn, the slingshot had already charged up, hilariously enough. But yeah, in the process of trying to take advantage of my WoW power, I wound up just about killing Shroom Boom right there. Mistakes were made. Can I kill these guys from back here? Can I get them? Oh, they're just not quite getting them. They're so close as well. Ah, screw Shroom Boom and the lack of his accurate projectiles. Okay, let's just get here and take down as many enemies as we can before the element of the area changes, and I'm forced to swap out to a sky to correspond to the element of the area. It seems a little bit too late for that, so let's swap out for another one of the newcomers, Riptide, who got chosen to be added to the water element at random. You can tell it's at random because if it was by my choice, I never would have made this choice, because this is a really, really stupid choice. Riptide is the kind of character you pick when you want to get someone killed. Like, look at that, he's already taking damage. He is not fast, and all of his attacks are melee based. The only projectile attack he has is this one. Which so far actually is kind of working out, I'm not going to lie. Okay, sweet, he's down, so we can get in close and personal with our hammerhead shark. And our massive whale! Oh, I do love me a good massive whale. Anyway, let's take out them guys again with pretty much our only projectile attack. That isn't even going to land because, you know, who actually wants attacks that work right? Attacks that work are so overrated. Okay, I really want to get over there, but I can't get over there quickly because this is Riptide we're talking about here. He is not fast.
I am not fast. No kidding!
Yeah, take my hammerhead to the face, you fools! And my massive whale too. Ow, that's a lot of damage. But luckily for us, that's what we got pizza for. Boom! Massive whale. Ow. That's 2 is a lot of damage. So much damage. Boom! Massive whale. I wish it was more maneuverable after a massive whale. That would make this guy infinitely better. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Take out just everyone. Anyone and everyone. There we go. He's out of here. And as soon as little friend will be too. Told you so. Anyway. Massive whale for the win, and then we're going to finish him off with the ricocheting shark. Okay, cool, Treadnoughts. We want to keep a distance from these guys as much as possible. Again, up close and personal with them is how we die. Same goes for Chill Bills. We've got to be careful with them though, because they could freeze us, and then a Treadnought could hit us afterwards for the ultimate tag team right there. Like, it's supposed to be the Skylanders and Villains who tag team, not the villains, or the Skylanders and Villains tag team, not the enemies. Tag teaming enemies sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, it's a great idea on their behalf, but for me, not so much. Oh, shit! Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that Chill Bill right now. I'm definitely more worried about that Chill Bill than I am the Chill Bill for the actual boss fight. And it doesn't help when my projectiles are basically useless at aiming. Like, they cannot aim to save their lives, apparently. Okay, cool. There goes that. I really wish you'd hit like the Chill Bill more often. That'd be great. Okay, I am glad that has a lot of knockback though. That is pretty cool. Okay, let's try not to get zappicized. Zappicized. Nah, that's a funny term right now. I can't believe that this is the strategy I have to go with, but this is the only means in which Riptide survives this. This is like the only way. Doctor Strange looked into the future and saw over 14 million possibilities in this fight. With Riptide go against the enemies. We only win in one scenario. This is that scenario. This is the strategy we have to go for. And how is he still not dead yet? Man, that Chocobo can tank a hit or two. Or several. Wow. And apparently I can't even aim with a massive whale. Oh boy, there's a second one. Of course there's a second one. I mean, I already knew there was going to be a second one. So why am I pretending I didn't know about the second one? Did I just have 2 hammerhead sharks in a row? I mean, that's okay. I'm fine with that. Yes, massive whale. What the hell was that? Video game, throw me a bone, man. I'm so lucky to have gotten all this food, because if not for all this food, I would have been defeated a long time ago. So yes, you asked me what I'm grateful for this Thanksgiving food. I'm not even sure if this video is going live around the time of Thanksgiving. It might be, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not American, so I'm not really up to date with for holiday dates. I know that Thanksgiving is sometime in November, and that's all. That's just about all I do know about it. Okay, cool. Let's get them out some more. Come on, massive whale, you have to do better. Oh boy, now the Shrednaughts are following me. They are following me. I'm in very dangerous territory right now. This might not even be for one scenario. Like, for one scenario where we win, this might not be it. Oh! Oh, that was way too fucking close. Ow! Okay, I basically have no health left. 47, that's not good. That's all because of these freaking lob goblins, that guy of which is apparently invincible. Okay, now we're down to just the Shrednaughts. When they're by themselves, they're not too much a threat as long as you keep your distance. But when they're with a bunch of enemies, you've already seen how brutal this game stacks damage against you. We don't want that again. No sorry. And I also am not a big fan of the camera changes right now. Like, camera, just pick an angle and stick to it. It's not that difficult. Okay, now let's get out of here. Easier said than done when our whale has massive cooldown. Okay, take him out. Take him down some more. Okay, cool, one of them is gone. I repeat, one of them is gone. And I have no idea how the other one isn't gone yet. It's just not. Okay, massive whale, finish them off. Yes! Woo! Okay, that was too close to comfort, but in the end, we clutched it out, and that's all what matters. Literally, just about most of the rest of the cast of the water element would have been absolutely fine with that scenario. You know, any single one of the water characters from Trap Scene would have been fine. Punk Shock would have been fine. Freeze Blade would have been fine. Gilgrunt would have been more than fine, but instead, what we're stuck with is Swanshell, who probably would have had as much a harder time as Riptide did. In fact, probably even more so, because his Starfish projectile isn't as good as Riptide's only projectile. And then we could have gone with Zap, but we're saving Zap for Brawl and Chain. So the only other choice would have been Washbuckler, but Washbuckler's good attack, it's too short range, it does 2 minimal damage, and the best thing about it is that it entraps enemies inside of it, but that's only smaller enemies. Larger enemies like the Shrednaught don't get trapped by it, so that, you know, basically takes away 90% of what makes that attack good in the first place. Okay, let's get that acorn and then get ourselves the hell out of here. But we gotta do it quick though. Yes, hurry up! I need to jettison myself out of here before Chill Bill kills me. And it's not even him I'm worried about, it's his projectile friends, like Lob Goblins. That does 200 damage! I thought we were safe!
You thought wrong, dude.
I thought we were gonna be alright, but then the game comes in, 360 no-scopes me for 200 damage! That is absurd. We're going to swap out the tech in advance because tech is the next element where Skylanders is going to be stronger, so obviously we need to swap out to a Skylander corresponding to element. And since we locked in Trick Happy at the start of the level, we have to remain as him. But damn! I knew that this episode was going to have our very first Skylander defeated. I knew that going into it. I was not expecting it to be Riptide to a snipe from downtown of all things. Like, I was expecting many things to occur in this episode, but Riptide being lost in that manner was not one of them. Whew, boy! That's why this game is no joke. And we did all we could as well. Like, we had so much heal in there. Even with, like, we must have had about 16 pretzels. Even with all of the pretzels, Riptide still wasn't good enough. And you wonder why I wasn't particularly excited by him popping up on Random Name Picker. Like I said, if it was up to me, then I would have chose literally anybody else. Riptide was the worst possible thing that could have came up for a water element in Random Name Picker. And we just kind of dealt with it. We dealt with it because at least we got good characters for every other element. You know, at least we got Trick Happy, at least we got Crypt King, at least we got Deja Vu. You know, all of the other elements made up for it, which is probably why, you know, for water element choice had to be bad. You know, after it gave us so many generous and great choices, it just had to give us something so far in the opposite direction in the form of Riptide. You know, the game just had to kind of, for Random Name Picker even, just kind of had to balance itself out a bit. And that's our second Swap Force core that we lost quite early into the game's run as well. Like, we lost Zulu early into the Swap Force run, so I suppose it's a tradition to lose a Swap Force core early. And now we're down to 2 of the 4 Swap Force cores picked up by Random Name Picker. We now only have Smolder Dash and Wind Up left. Smolder Dash of which hasn't even made her debut yet. Okay, wait for it. Yamato Blast! Oh, that's fun. Anyway, you can see now why we chose Trick Happy, because for this tech section, obviously we go into this with a tech because the tech element is what was stronger beforehand. So an elite Trick Happy definitely stands the best chances at surviving this. Definitely, most definitely. Take them out, some more. Die, thank you. That's who shall receive and all that, I suppose. Ow. Okay, luckily for us, we shielded that. Okay. Trick Happy already has over 1800 health to boot, and yet we're shielding weak-ass attacks. There is just no way. There's no way these enemies deal any sort of damage to us whatsoever. And even if they were to do such things, there's no way they deal enough damage to reduce our health to 0. This is not a Riptide situation. And here I was, talking about Doctor Strange foreseeing over 14 million futures, and this is one in which Riptide survives. No! Apparently it isn't! Okay, here we go, let's take these guys down some more. It's so sad that Riptide had to die during his debut, but unfortunately this is what happens from time to time. You know, Skylanders, they get debuted, and then they also instantly die moments later. Unfortunately, that's just sometimes the way the cookie crumbles, and it's our first permanent defeat for the water element. Obviously, we did have defeats beforehand with Lightcore, Whamshell, and Series 2 Zap, but luckily those guys had original versions to fall upon when they were defeated. Not an onion in the ice cream. Anything with an onion in the ice cream, that does not sound particularly good. Like, it wouldn't taste good, and for contrast and textures would be the worst thing about it. Oh, and I am also noticing one other thing. There's only one element to have gotten from a Random Name Picker a Skylander from every different game in the series thus far, and every single one of them have been cores as well, and that's Life. Life has gotten a core from every single game. And oddly enough, it hasn't even been the best core every single time. Like, if we got Stealth Elf, we'd be in a lot better situation right now. In fact, I don't think she would have died where Stump Smash died. She would have had a much easier time on, Die. Thank you. She would have had a much easier time traversing Willikin Village than what Stump Smash did, because Stump Smash died because he was slow, his Series 2 version, that is, so he had to revert, obviously, to his original, in that scenario. But then, Stealth Elf, even if her Series 1 went into, her original went into Swap Force, we then would have been able to upgrade to her repos. So losing that, so long as the original made it into Trap Team, we would have now had been upgrading to her Elite form. And then she would also have the future prospects of her Super Shot form to be upgraded to in Superchargers. So Stealth Elf would have been a better scenario. Obviously, we could get a life core from Giants, if not for Shroom Boom. But Shroom Boom, so far, has been the clutch and the saving grace of the life element, because obviously we now have the Sure Shot version. But that being said, this level, wow, it's coming to an end. We managed to save the Phoenix Chicken! Okay, I went through the liberty of cutting out the entirety of the Academy, as well as, of course, the turret section going into this level, because I feel as though there's no need to watch me go through that as I myself have gone through it a million times before. So there's nothing really unexpected or exciting behind it, so we might as well just skip it out for the sake of the video's entertainment value. I know for a fact that if I was watching this video, I'd find it more entertaining to just have that section skipped over entirely for the video's sake. So I went on ahead, played for that off camera, and now we're kicking things off immediately at the start of Chef Zeppelin here, where obviously Water is stronger, and Small Dash came in to just obliterate everything. I mean everything. When I say everything, I do not under-exaggerate, if that's even a term in which can be made that would be of grammatical sense, because yes, she is destructive and so much fun to use, and so everything the moment she was spawned in was doomed to fail in terms of the enemy's endeavours. That is, in terms of my endeavours, obviously I was successful. My aim was to obliterate everything, and obliterate everything I certainly did. But yes, we skipped out the turret section and just skipped straight to the start of the level, where I now meet you guys once more after the cut. And we were talking about life Skylanders, how then the life core for Swap Force, it would have been so much better if we got Bumble Blast instead. But as per the norm, the random name picker did not care about what I wanted, so we did not get a Bumble Blast, and unfortunately got left with Zulu instead, who I thought was going to wind up great with the life element, because Zulu is really freaking good. But then the game cheaped him. Like, all of the invincibility glitches I'm going to be doing with Blackout is basically just, like, revenge and justice for every single time the game has executed upon me a cheap-ass death that I did not deserve. Much like the death of Zulu, for example. In fact, he is no doubt the best example of this. Die. Sweet, they're out of here, because obviously the villain element is stronger here, so I swap out for a light or a dark Skylander, and in this case, my choice is going to be Spotlight. Ow. Give Spotlight the Spotlight. And yes, it was just for the sake of that pun and for nothing else. I don't need any greater justification than that, now do I? Oh boy, that fire is going to come in, but it's going to be absolutely nowhere near me, so I don't even need to worry about it. Okay, cool, he's dead, and I think that means the enemy gate is about to unlock. Oh wait, no, we have one final enemy there first. Luckily, this is what we have overpowered attacks for, because boy, Spotlight is good. She is good at push my big video game button. But then finally, obviously for life, we got the Trap Team Core High Five, which personally I would have preferred Food Fight, but I'm okay with High Five as well. It's nice to have something different than a Starter Pack Skylander, because Food Fight is just a little bit too common for my liking, so having High Five instead really does spice things up a bit. So, Tesla is relaying a message, thank goodness for that, because what we do about this message is so important to the plot of the game that we're basically unable to operate without it. Like seriously, we'd be screwed, we'd be soft locked here if not for the relaying of that message. So thank you, Tessa, for making this game achievable. If not for you, then my lack of brain cells would make me incapable of traversing further, and I'd just be stuck here for all of eternity. So let's pop through here, where I believe magic is going to be stronger. I believe so correctly. I'm getting a bit hasty for myself there, but what we're going to do here is we're going to swap out for a little bit more of Deja Vu, because we are saving Elite Spyro for the Monster Marsh section. It's a pretty tough section, that magic section, so I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable going through it with Spyro instead of Deja Vu. Plus, he's much less risk. Not only is his Elite version incredibly broken like all of the other Elites in this game, but also, if the Elite is defeated in battle, then all that happens is that we downgrade to his miniaturized version. It's not like Deja Vu, where if she's defeated in battle, she's classed as dead and cannot be used again throughout the remainder of the look, period. In fact, there's quite a few tough magic sections in this game. There's Secret Sewers for Supreme Stink as well, which we're going to take advantage of Spyro for, because there's the arena battle coming up straight afterwards. Or we can just play through that entire level as a tech Skylander, which would basically mean Elite Trick Happy. So either way, we're playing through the level as Elite characters. Yes! Let's get him! And we get him some more! Slowly but surely. Deja Vu doesn't really stack damage very efficiently, but boy, is she good at hitting enemies and not getting hit herself. So it doesn't matter how slow we take out enemies, what matters is that we take out enemies without being taken out ourselves, and that's what Deja Vu specialises in. It's why she has as little health as she does. Like, you balance a Skylander as overpowered as this by giving them a smaller health bar so they can tank less hits. Not that it matters, because Deja Vu doesn't take any hits to begin with. So we've got to continue down this pathway. Not about the key though. The key is rather particularly important, so let's grab that as well whilst we're at it. But yes, I really hope we don't lose in the next episode Zap to the Brawl and Chain boss fight, because we only have 4 of our original 8 remaining. I want to keep them for as long as possible because that would just be really satisfying, having characters from the very beginning make it all the way to the very end. So now the air is stronger here, let's swap out for a little bit of full blast jetpack because we're going to enact upon the plan I was alluding to in the previous episode with full blast jetpack over here. Thank you! I didn't even get to overheat my guns in the end. I'm very disappointed by this. I'm so disappointed in fact that now my day is ruined, and I hope the game is happy. I hope it's happening. I hope it's happy to ruin my perfectly good day. I was having a great day until this moment as well. So, Skystone Smash, I'm just going to go ahead and skip the tutorial. Okay, so I'm finally done with that Skystone tutorial. I tell you what, every single time I go back to it, it feels like it's longer and longer and longer, which is why it's my pleasure to remove it from the video for all of you folks, help make it that little bit more entertaining, much like how I took out the touch section at the beginning of levels. So yes, when it comes to Chef Zeppelin and cutting out the content for it for the sake of the entertainment value of the video, less is more. So here we go, let's take down the chef because we've got to defeat him at Skystones before we can take on the big bad chef himself. So yeah, there we go, let's deal a shit ton of damage because pretty much this guy has already lost, especially when he fails to defend against the Shrednoid itself. So we defeated Pot Roast, a very hilarious name, seeing as he's a chef and all that. So let's suck up all these pots right now. I suppose they were roasting stuff with them pots right now. We can't suck up loose treasure apparently, which is really disappointing. I'm now even more disappointed and my day is even more ruined than it was before. But we are at least going to grab that chicken, heal ourselves up because we could go into, we could be doing with going into this fight with as much health as possible because it would be glorious if we survived this. But even then, should we not? It's no big a deal. Like, this is just an extra bonus life to throw away anyway. We just lose full blast jetpack in his entirety if he gets carried over into superchargers. You know, we'd lose access to that additional life he has. Because if Hurricane Jetpack is defeated in superchargers, we just revert back to original. We don't revert back to full blast jetpack. He's just lost in translation, in other words. Yeah, spice it up! Die. Well, do you know, me saying die over and over again is not resulting in much death. It's actually rather annoying. And once again, my day's ruined because I'm beyond disappointed at this point. You know, I'm not even disappointed in the game. I'm just angry. Yes, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed, except the opposite. So yes, I'm just angry. Except from I'm just not actually. I'm not angry at all actually. And that's like saying, oh, I'm happy. Except for the fact that I'm just not happy at all really. So there you go. I said I'm happy, but am I happy really? No, not really. Though I am actually happy. I say I'm not happy, but I am happy actually. I'm just currently going through an absolute rollercoaster of emotions, and not even I understand what I'm saying right now. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's fine. I get it. I don't get it either. What it is I'm saying, that is. I don't get it. Okay, here we go. Let's jump over all of these. We don't want to enter our jetpack form because if we do, then it's just going to put the lasers higher, and we're going to be incapable of dodging them. But it is very easy to activate fly in this game, just by, rather than pushing the tertiary attack button, we can just double jump instead. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's get the hell out of there. Can we fly over these? No, we can't. We still take damage, and a lot of damage at that! Oh boy, I did not think that through, did I? At least we can use them to get away some more, but our range isn't really there. Let's not get hit by him. Unfortunately, he's not going to drop any food whenever he runs into the edge like he did in the previous phase. It's rather annoying, actually. And this arena is just going to get more and more covered by fire. Fire, which I have a very bad go at judging, apparently. No, I was not able to judge how close that fire was to my hitbox whatsoever. In fact, I've got to be careful or I'm going to keep judging it poorly. Die. He's not dying! It's so rude! Yeah, no thanks, I'm good. I'm considerably good. Oh, that was some nutritious food though. And now we have the lasers to deal with. Great! just great. Okay, ow. I pressed the jump button, but ow anyways, I guess. The game doesn't care that I pressed the jump button. Actually, initiating flight mode so often is really throwing me off, so the flight mode is more disadvantage than anything. I'd rather just jump over the lasers traditionally. I pressed the jump button! Not that it even matters, because, you know, losing full blast jetpack, as we've previously established, is not even that big a deal. Funniest thing is that despite Thunderbolt having a bigger hitbox, I have a much easier job jumping over those with Thunderbolt than what I do jetpack. Plus, Thunderbolt has more of a chunkier health box, so he can take more of those hits to begin with. But so what we're going to do now is we placed one Magic Skylander onto the portal already. We're going to place the other. And now it's time to finally take advantage of Elite Spyro. This guy is going down. He's going down real good. Nah, he's going to keep it going the other way. Told you so. 100 damage, and it's not even, like, made a dent against Spyro over here. Over 2,600 health. That's insane. Plus, he's dealing damage in the 700 range when my charge attack crits, that is. Yeah, let's try not to get hit by too much of a fire. Not that getting hit by the fire is going to do much, because this is Elite Spyro we're talking about here. His health bar is absurd and it's freaking awesome. Ow! Like, look at that! A pepper for 45 damage! Oh, it's not even worth my time to, like, bother outmaneuvering these guys because the damage is so small. I'm like a footballer right now. I feel like a footballer. A footballer can drop a £2 coin, and it's not even worth their time to pick it up because they can earn that £2 coin back in much quicker the time it is for them to bend down and pick it up. That's how rich footballers are. That's how stupid a concept money is to them. Ooh, burgers. I'd go for some burgers. This guy's going down. After all, this is what I brought out Elite Spyro for. This is what the Elites exist for, folks. The Elites turn Nightmare mode into Easy mode, and I love it. Like, seriously, for once my firewall has actually come in a clutch because I'm dealing initial damage from the fireballs and then the extra damage from the wall of fire that surrounds me afterward. If there ever was an easier way to guarantee that I only get one defeat to Chef Pepperjack, well, I never have seen it before. This is definitely the easiest way to guarantee that I don't get a second defeat to Chef Pepperjack over here. This is a surefire means to victory. It's a shame we didn't get to see more full blast jetpack because he is generally really cool, especially with a red outfit. But once again, the game doesn't care about what I want. Now just my body apparently, because I don't want to have an itchy nose, but my body's like, ha! Too bad, you're gonna have an itchy nose anyway. Yes, I can see that there's a whole lot of peppers. I can see this Chef Pepperjack. I can see it good. I can see it very good. Or should I say Gouda? Because this is, you know, like a... This is a cooking level, and Gouda is an ingredient. Last time I checked. So yes, I'm going to make food puns. I'm going to make food puns, and you guys, in the words of Barty Tough Walk, are just going to have to deal with it. Okay, you need to die some more. Oh boy, you're running out of burgers. But we're not exactly running short on health. We still have over 2,000 to go. It's not even a third of our health that's been lost yet. Chef Pepperjack, on the other hand, is not looking so pretty. He's not sitting pretty. Not like me. I'm sitting pretty, but he's not. Oh yeah, I could go for extra spicy. I do love me some spice. After all, when it comes to getting a curry at local Indian, what I do is I ask for the hottest thing on the menu. Or, you know, if I want to go for something casual, something tame, something pretty mild, you know, I'll go for a casual vindaloo. The only problem with Indian food is that it always comes out the other end like 10 times spicier than it did when you first ate it. But other than my ass being on fire the next morning, Indian food is very satisfying and very delicious because I love myself a good spicy dish. So therefore, Chef Pepperjack mentioning it, going for extra spicy. I could go for extra spicy right now. I think Chef Pepperjack's hot and spicy sauce would be delicious, I reckon. Okay, this guy's got to go. Man, this is a part of the boss fight that gets really tough, especially when the camera does not want to work with you, and I cannot lose Elite Spyro here. I need him for future endeavours. So we have to play this safe, actually. I have lost 1,000 health already. Luckily, he's almost dealt with. The question is whether I have enough health myself to deal with him or not. Definitely one of the tougher Doom Raiders on night mode. But I'm more afraid of like Krankenstein and Typhon Crow, bosses like that. I'm more afraid of them than what I am Dreamcatcher, because Dreamcatcher is that much of a fucking joke. I think that was something I was talking about in the previous like episode, but then obviously the glitch happened in level 3 and really like threw off my train of thought. But say, Chef Pepperjack has been defeated, so now after the stars have rolled out, we can officially begin with that outro. So now if that has been said and done, let's roll that outro without further ado. Thank you so much for watching through to the end of this video. I deeply appreciate every last one of you, since it's viewers such as yourself which make these videos possible, and I couldn't do it without all of your unwavering support. If you enjoyed what you just saw, you can click on screen now to watch either my most recent video or a video picked out specifically just for you. You can also access the entire playlist for the video you just watched. I'll be seeing you in the next video, but until that moment arises, peace!